Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Hart. And before... All right, David, thanks. And both these teams very aggressive. Looking at early offense, transition defense, I think could be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball, Kevin. Up-tempo basketball. Right now, the pace. How do you control the pace? You got to control the boards. You got to be aggressive on the defensive end because this game can get out of hand if you don't get back on D.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And Stevenson is out there with Dunn. And it's Valentine at the small forward position.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. And it's Dunn in the corner. Buries it from three-point range.
And how about Dunn getting the ball in a great spot, making the deep attempt look too easy.
Morris passes to Beach. Back to Morris. Passes it to Beach. Out to Morris. Here's the three. And no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Well, they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks. And then they did a great job finishing.
And Valentine over to help. There's the three. New York working now with the fresh shot clock. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. B-Train passes to Morris. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Porzingis. Here's B-Train, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Grant outside. Pass to Beach. They set the pick. Back to Hernan Gomez. And the wide open shot for Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dunn kicks to Stevenson. Shot clock at 6. This is to Markkanen. Kicks it out to Stevenson. The feet to Valentine. Buries the long-range jumper. Valentine's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Morris. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Stevenson. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. It's going to be Lance Stevenson. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. New York shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up. And, of course, that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret. I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates are following.
Count that bucket.
You see Lopez get his body up right there? Well, that's because he takes pride in setting good, hard screens to free up his guys.
Morris passes to Porzingis. Morris a screen. Porzingis kicks to Hernan Gomez. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Mirotic against Grant. Mirotic dishes to Lopez. Lopez a screen. And Mirotic kicks to Valentine. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following along.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Morris passes to B-Train. Sinks the three-pointer. B-Train's got 12 points in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. There's a screen. Markkanen sets the pick for Lopez. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
In the corner, it's Morris. New York moving the ball around. Grant against Mirotic. Grant the pass to Beachman. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. The Bulls have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Here's Dunn. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Yep, it counts. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, look, Lopez doesn't hesitate once he gets the ball. I like seeing him be aggressive on offense.
Here's B-Train. He's got 12. Hernan Gomez, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses. Attacking the rim in heavy traffic. You love his focus right there.
To the middle. Porzingis kicks to Morris. Here's B-Train. And it's blocked.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Now here's Valentine. Defense right on him. Oh, that's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Out of bounds, Bulls ball, Chicago deep reception. A different look for New York. Kevon Looney is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Ntilikina in for Morris. The Bulls also changing it up. Felicio is checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Markkanen. And Ellington is subbed in for Denzel Valentine.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
The Knicks making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Here's B-Train and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Dunn kicks to Ellington. Pass to Felicio. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Chris, I know you started doing a podcast, Fearless or Insane, with Chris Webber, an opportunity to have some meaningful conversations. What's that been like?
Oh, it's been great. I've gotten a chance to talk to some friends, some mentors like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I've gotten to speak to him about what it was like playing for Wooden, what it was like coming up in the crazy 60s and that time. And, you know, he's such a thoughtful and a great individual. So to hear his stories about he and Muhammad Ali, he and Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these great figures is just wonderful. I also got to speak to track legends John Carlos and Tommy Smith, who in the 1968 Olympics, we've seen them kind of protest when they put their fist up in defiance and kind of put their voice out for the voiceless. And I got to talk to them about how tough of a moment that was. Did they know the sacrifice that they were making? What happened, the backlash to what happened? And then all these years later, do they feel kind of vindicated that we're showing them so much love and people around the world appreciate what they've done? So we try to just discuss fearless or insane. You know, they say insane is doing the same thing over, expecting a different result, where these guys put their lives on the line.
Yes.
And they kind of knew that it necessarily wouldn't change the arc of justice, but they felt that they had to do it. And so it's just some cool conversations with people and athletes that were much more than an athlete. And I've learned a lot, and it's been a cool podcast.
Dunn dishes to Mirotic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Ntilikina. On the wing, Hardaway. Covered by Mirotic. Hardaway passes to Beachman.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Ellington kicks to Dunn. Mirotic, a screen on Hardaway. Here's Dunn. And again, Chicago. No good. Hardaway with a wide open look. And again, it's New York.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
And the pass to Portis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now, here is Mirotic. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Hasn't been his best this quarter.
Knicks trail by 3. Hardaway passes to Beachman. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
Dunn kicks to Ellington. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Teardrop shot. Noah with the block.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
There's a screen. Mirotic, the screen. Now, here's Dunn. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Ellington. That one off the back iron and out.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the right side. Portis kicks to Dunn. Mirotic, the screen. Now, here's Dunn. Guarded closely. And he banks in the layup. Dunn's got 8 points. There's B-Train. Ellington defending. Pass to Ntilikina. There's B-Train. That shot is off. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Up to this point, so New York and ends up going with the new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Markkinen comes in for Bobby Portis. Mirotic is checked in for Chris Dunn. And it's Valentine in for Wayne Ellington. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Morris is out there at B-Train, and it's Grant in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olden.
Well, B-Train in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He finished with 45 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that high, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special. The biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of them.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Bulls trail by 4. And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with him. Didn't know what his expectations, never played with him. So, no, I never saw it coming.
Now Stevenson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Stevenson against Morris. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Mirotic dishes to Valentine. Kicks to Stevenson. Over Morris. And it's sent back by Morris. Here's B-Train. He's got 22. He dishes it to Noah. Here's the 3. Morris, no good.
Now, this has just been a bad shooting game, a horrible shooting game for him.
Now, here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Mirotic has a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
It hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
To the paint. Here's Noah. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Hey, Chris, you had a great and very long playing career. Talk about how that's prepared you for broadcasting.
I think it's prepared me for broadcasting because I have a unique take on what it takes to get ready, kind of the things that you can't be taught, kind of the war wounds, the scars that you have. I can kind of peel mine back and explain how I got it. I think that by playing for young teams, good teams, bad coaches, good coaches, by being in different situations, it allows me to explain to the fan base what a player is actually going through or maybe what play is going to happen next. So I love being able to have the technical side of it with the plays because the coaches I played for, but also being very close to some great players, understanding the mental aspect. And really, honestly, Kev, I know you're not going to, like this too well, but I work with great guys like you, so when you throw up a softball and we get to talk about something that we love, man, and you make me look great, it's easy, man, working with great teammates. You know that great teammates make you better, and you're the best point guard in the business the way you throw the assist out there. So I've been fortunate, have good experience, and I got great teammates, and I'm having a blast with it.
Well, you sound great. It's an honor to work with you, but I always like the take. You always give me an answer that sometimes I don't expect, and I think that's what the fans like about your commentary.
Yeah, when I used to watch the games, and I've seen some great guys, George Blaha from Detroit, I grew up watching him, and I just love just the pure honesty of what you're thinking at that moment, and don't take it personally, because I love the game, and so I don't want to have to try to protect the thought or an old school or a group of people. If a guy plays bad and he's the best in the world, I'm going to say it. And if he made a move I've never seen, I'm just really going to say it. And so I try not to exaggerate and just say specifically how I feel. And I'm glad to be a part of a game that can fill you with so much emotions. It's easy just being yourself.
New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit? And how about that quiet confidence with which Noah plays? A long, skilled defender who also chips in occasionally on the offensive end.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Markkanen sets the pick for Mirotic. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's B-Train. 22 points for him. He kicks it to Noah. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Mirotic grabs the miss.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
51 seconds left in the first half. Valentine passes to Mirotic. Bulls moving the ball around. Markkanen, good.
Well, check this out. He didn't have any threes in the first, but he kept shooting, and now he just knocked down his second in a row.
Passes it to Beach. Noah, the pass to Beach. Back to Noah. There's B-Train, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
No question. It's not easy to be patient, but you really don't want to give up an extra possession.
Out to the right wing. A three from Morris. Offensive rebound. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, you have scored very efficiently in the first half. So what has the mindset been?
Well, you know, I've tried to stay aggressive when I have the ball and not to get baited into taking a bad shot. And as long as I keep attacking and not settling for the bad looks, then I'll be effective on the offensive end. So we have a great offense, you know, as a team, and I'm just trying to do my part within it.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Chicago leading. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And Stevenson is out there with Dunn. And it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Knicks.
And their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
On the wing, Morris. Outside, Porzingis. Here's the screen. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. Now the dish to Markkanen. And it's Dunn in the corner. Feeds it to Valentine. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
He feeds it to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
and staying aggressive on offense. Markkanen's always looking to score the basketball. This guy has really become a refined scorer.
Here's B-Train. Good D by Lopez.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easily. And Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade. He's always been a solid center. Plays solid defense on the block and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well. Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be Lance Stevenson.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
And the Bulls making a change here. Portis is checked in. And with Robin Lopez, a very imposing player on the court, but he's also one of the more colorful characters, Chris, in the league. A very funny guy.
Well, I don't know what happened with him in mascots as a kid, but he's been taking his revenge out on them his whole career. He brings a great vibe to the locker room that helps with that team chemistry.
Here's Stevenson. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Well, there are a lot of players who seemingly have ice in their veins when the game is on the line. They do not blink. When you think about those kind of players, who might be the most mentally tough in the league right now?
Well, it's so hard to tell who really is mentally tough because you don't know what these guys are thinking. But I know who looks like just cold stone, just merciless players out there, and that's Kawhi Leonard, because
Yes.
you never know. You know, Kawhi is a nice guy, but you know he'll shoot a shot that'll end the game and then just give you such a cold look. And I think Isaiah Thomas is that way. I mean, I think so many players, of course, LeBron, Curry have been that way their whole career, but Kawhi Leonard seems to be that next coming of ice in his veins.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher. Stevenson outside. Pass to Dunn. Valentine with it. He's got 12. Over Grant. And again, no good by Chicago.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
On the pass to Beachman. They double him with Stevenson. From beyond the arc, cans it from downtown. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Dunn kicks to Stevenson. Looking to end the run. Felicio with the bucket. Felicio's got his second basket of the game.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
A different look for New York. Kevon Looney is checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Grant. And it's Ntilikina in for Morris. And a change for the Bulls. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Denzel Valentine. To the wing right side. B-Train. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. B-Train's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dishes it to Ellington. The feed to Stevenson. Over Hardaway. And it's Stevenson again missing.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
There's B-Train. He's got 29 points. And stolen by Ellington. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. We've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Well, you look at B-Train, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Thomas checked in for Hernan Gomez.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Thomas sets a screen for Hardaway. Floats one up. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stevenson with it. Now Thomas defending. Stevenson against Thomas. Here's Dunn. That's good, and Stevenson with the assist. 11 points for Chris Dunn.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Portis. Dunn kicks to Portis. Stevenson outside. They set the pick. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Stevenson's got 6.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Looney. Here's Ntilikina. Here's B-Train. He's got 31. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got his first 2 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Thomas. Pass to Beach. And he bangs it home with one hand.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Stevenson passes to Felicio. Swiped away. There's the pass to Beatrice. New York moving the ball around. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Stevenson. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Mirotic is checked in for Lance Stevenson. Kicks it to Ellington. And here is Mirotic. 8 points for him. He dishes it to Dunn. They set the pick. Fires at the elbow. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And really, Dunn is sensational at reading the defense off the screens. Knows exactly where to be after the pick is set.
Thomas kicks it to Looney. This is it to Beach. To the left wing. But he recovers it.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Bulls trail by 9. Now, here's Dunn. 13 points in the game. In the corner, it's Ellington. Another 3 for Chicago.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Looney passes to Beach. Right wing. Here's Ntilikina. And again, it's New York. Chicago's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Portis kicks to Dunn. Mirotic the screen. Now here's Dunn. Headed by Hardaway. Dunn misses. Here's the dish to Hardaway. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Portis. Feeds it to Dunn. Mirotic the screen. Jumper off the screen. Good D by Hardaway. The Knicks leading by 8. And shot on the way. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Mirotic just got his 3rd rebound tonight. He kicks it to Ellington. Back to Mirotic. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by B-Train. B-Train's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Good on the triple.
There's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Bulls trail by 11. Dishes it to Mirotic. Hardaway with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
But while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
1:33 left in the third.
And checking out some stats for B-Train. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and he's a devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage in the league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Catching up on the changes for New York. Zinkis, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. And Daniels subbed in for Ntilikina. Chicago also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Portis. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Wayne Ellington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He was all alone on that one. 15 points for Lauri Markkanen.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
No good on that one.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Morris is checked in for Hardaway. Dunn kicks to Lopez. Markkanen with it. Looney on him. Now Valentine. 12 points for him. Mirotic and the Bulls another 3.
And this is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown 3-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate to put on the triple.
Lopez with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. He feeds it to Dunn. They set the screen. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also uses the glass aggressively.
The shot's good from B-Train. B-Train's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. 3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Here's Morris. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Morris is out there with B-Train, and it's Daniels in at the small forward. The feed now to Valentine. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going after it.
17-foot shot on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Knicks lead by 12. Pass to Lopez. Lopez, a screen on Morris. Here's Dunn. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the shot goes in.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Bulls trail by 14. Lopez, a screen on Morris. Dunn dishes to Lopez. Valentine kicks to Dunn. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
At the top of the key, Hernangomez. There's the pick. B-Train. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
But sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
New York moving the ball around. The pass to Hernangomez. Over Lopez. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for Jeremy Grant. He's checked in for New York. And the Bulls making a change also. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Mirotic. Dunn passes to Lopez. Kicks it to Dunn.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We've got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
They double him with Stevenson. Hernangomez passes to B-Train. Out to Morris. Launches a 3. Valentine grabs the board. Valentine's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
Stevenson outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
B-Train passes to Grant. Up top, Hernangomez. Morris kicks to Grant. Morris with the screen for Grant. Pass to B-Train. He dishes it to Grant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now an 11-point Knicks lead.
No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Lopez, a screen on Morris. Lopez, a screen. Now here's Valentine. Defense is right there. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
There's the pick. Pass to B-Train. Back to Morris from outside the arc. Valentine grabs the board.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Done with it. A rebound by B-Train. B-Train's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
This is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Bulls trail by 12. Here's Dunn. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple.
Can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. Can't pass that shot up.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Lopez. Hernan Gomez, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And here is Dunn. The dish to Stevenson. Lopez a screen. And Stevenson kicks to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. And that's going to be a travel. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at B-Train. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out at the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Stolen by Markkanen. Stevenson outside. Feeds to Dunn. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Have to admire how Dunn draws these fouls. Just a master at fooling whoever is on it. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
New York leading by 12. Over to the wing. Here's B-Train, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Stevenson, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Chicago making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. All free throws good from B-Train. Bulls trail by 14. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's B-Train. Ellington defending.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Markkanen dishes to Dunn. There's the screen. Over Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. There's B-Train. Morris outside. Over Dunn. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bulls trail by 16. He kicks to Valentine. From deep. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And so it's New York with it. Morris passes to B-Train. Hernan Gomez kicks to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Here's B-Train. Lopez with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Here's B-Train. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. B-Train's got 54 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Dunn with it. Guarded now by Morris. Dunn kicks to Ellington. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Morris dishes to Grant. stolen by Valentine. And here's the fast break. Here's Ellington. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Ellington's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, he's just incredibly productive and efficient, tearing it up this second half.
And here are the Bulls now. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, B-Train.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Lopez kicks to Ellington. Dishes to Valentine. No good on the three. The Knicks leading by 15. Now, here is Morris. They set the pick. The pass to Beecher. Takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
Here's Dunn. Here's Lopez. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
B-Train passes to Grant. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. There's the feed to Morris. Inside. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New York.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for B-Train.
He's had an effect on every part of this game. A triple-double. What more can you say? It's been a one-man show.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. He feeds it to Dunn. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. There's a good screen. Passes it to Valentine. Lopez sets a screen for Valentine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's good for Valentine. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it.
That's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
What's up? It's the Jet. Hey, man, a triple-double? Now, not many players in this league can do that, so congrats. Do you think that's something you can do more often?
You know, some people might think so, Kenny, but I seriously doubt that. You know, I am sure that I can help my team get wins every night, and, you know, quite often that doesn't translate on the stat sheet. I believe that as soon as you start chasing the numbers, you lose sight of what the real goal is, and that is getting this team in a position to win an NBA title.
I love it. You got it in the flow of the game. Continue the good work.
Thank you. I'm focused, Kenny.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the New York Knicks in New York. Checking out New York, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. There are a wide range of opinions out there about Draymond Green, how he plays, how he behaves on the court. Some
York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going, and he's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And Steve, mental fatigue is an issue that can play a factor when the season is in full swing. Is it more on the coach or on the player to keep the team focused on their goal?
I think the organization. I think your teammates, your coaches, and whoever it is to keep that camaraderie going. But ultimately, it comes down to the player. You have that responsibility. The coach can coach you up, but you got to find a way to get out of those ruts.
You can see where it ultimately would come down to the play.
Yes, totally agree.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors.
We all know how lethal of a shooter Thompson is, but his passing is usually right on the money as well.
Passes to Beach. And he dunks it down.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Curry is inside, covered by Morris. It's stolen by Morris. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And he finishes the break with the layup.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Green dishes to McGee. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Grant. Draymond Green pulls it in. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Bulls.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
They made shot selection a priority, and you see their percentage from the field. Outstanding.
And yes, it's good.
With the defense hanging all over him, Stephen Curry still able to score.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. There's the pick. Grant gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Curry against Morris. Miller, the pass to Green. McGee a screen. Green kicks to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And Green is always looking to swing the ball for the best open shot available.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. To the paint, looking for McGee, gets it there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Morris kicks to Grant. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
Morris against Curry. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
So clever driving the basketball, but now he's starting to have the strength and the ability to finish these buckets.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Pass to Beach. McGee with the block. Here's Green. Porzingis with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
No good from Hernan Gomez.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
McGee a screen. Miller kicks to Thompson. No good on the 3. New York trailing. B-Train passes to Porzingis. Thompson comes with the double team. Pass to B-Train. And here's Morris for 3. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Morris. And McGee kicks to Miller. Green, the screen. For the 3. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Miller. 8 points for Steph Curry. And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? How do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things. But the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny, funny, funny.
Dishes it to McGee. Outside Curry. From the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 11 points.
What can you say? If he starts hitting them from that range, there's nothing you can do.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. New York moving the ball around. The dish to Morris. There's B-Train, covered by Miller. 6 to shoot. Grant. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. The Warriors lead. Miller with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Curry's shot is good.
Curry does a nice job of using the screen. He doesn't need much space to knock down the shot.
B-Train passes to Porzingis. To the paint. Here's Grant. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Grant's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
McGee a screen from deep. A shot by Curry, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Grant the pass to B-Train. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And it won't be easy for the Warriors to keep everyone on their team for the foreseeable future. But as long, Steve, as their core stays together, they'll be a title threat, no doubt. Are we looking at a dynasty here, Smitty?
You know, Kevin, they have a chance. Their core players on this team, they work so well together. They will always be in contention. They will be able to sign vets for cheap for a long time. It could be a while before someone takes them down.
Hardaway's checked in for New York. There's Green with the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. B-Train passes to Hernan Gomez. McGee with the block. Now here's Thompson. 12 points his last outing. Miller kicks to Curry. A floater, and it's good on the way in. And it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Here's B-Train.
Oh, wow.
Watch your head.
Beautiful jam.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Green dishes to Curry. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Morris. There's B-Train, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. And he hits the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry against Morris. Feeds it to Green. Thompson from long range. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
It's close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage. That's
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth. See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Pass to B-Train. passes it to Hernan Gomez. The 15-footer, and again it's New York.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Over Morris. Curry's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Hardaway with a wide open look, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Outside, Green. The tray. No good on that one. So New York will take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Inter-conference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Many teams these days looking to play in transition. Some have suggested widening the definition of the clear path foul to allow those exciting situations to play out. Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still basketball defensively. I think if you have a guy that's out in front of you, I think the rules right now is fantastic. I don't want to see a change where guys are scared to make a play on the basketball because, hey, if I don't foul him, he gets a chance to get a bucket and 2 more shots. At the end of the game, in a huge game, which they all are, sometimes you want to be.
For New York, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Morris is out there with B-Train, and it's Grant in at the small 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Offensive rebound. Here's Hernan Gomez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good. Hernan Gomez. Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And it's tied up with that one. And for the Warriors, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, B-Train in the last matchup against the Bulls was huge. He ended up with 56 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Warriors have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Got a piece of it. And here's Green outside. It's rebounded by New York. The pass to B-Train. Back to Morris. New York moving the ball around. B-Train passes to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over McGee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Warriors.
And no doubt they relied upon that 3-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. Now, that's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Curry kicks to Livingston. No good with the wing jumper.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
And they take the lead. Morris has got 10 points in the game. You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Trains the three-pointer.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Warriors with the rebound. McGee's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry dishes to Miller from the wing. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and who wants to get his guys open looks.
It's the B-Train. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Here's B-Train. Grant, right side. Here's B-Train. 6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last out.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. The Warriors have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Curry kicks to Green. There's the screen inside. The shot's good from McGee. 8 points for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Many can argue at this point that Draymond should have had 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Arguably one of the most impactful defenders of this generation. Can take over a game without ever scoring a point.
And taking over without scoring is a Draymond specialty. Steve, you think back to his triple-double with points not being one of those categories.
Kevin, Draymond is just an amazingly unique player in the NBA with this defense. Can actually guard positions 1 through 5. Plays his best defense when the moment matters the most.
Green, the screen. Here's Livingston. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Livingston's got 6 points.
A beautiful bucket from Livingston. He is very skilled at draining shots under pressure.
Screen by Grant. Morris against Miller. Morris kicks to Porzingis. Offensive rebound. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Hernan Gomez.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Grant, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Bell is checked in for JaVale McGee. And while the low post game has lost favor, the high post is still prime turf for a lot of big men that love to hang out there and do their job. Who do you think are some of the guys who live on the elbows like that that succeed?
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, I think, is one of the best in the business. Blake Griffin is a guy who plays well at that position. They're comfortable. Marc Gasol, Greg Monroe, Anthony Davis, and Karl Anthony Towns. Those guys play all over the floor, but they're very comfortable at catching at the elbow.
Yes. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Curry passes to Miller. There's a screen. Green, the screen. Livingston dishes to Miller. Miller with another miss.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
B-Train passes to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Gomez has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Curry kicks to Miller. Miller with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Livingston. Morris outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's B-Train. He's covered by Livingston.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Warriors trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
They double-team Curry. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Grant. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Curry kicks to Miller. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Livingston. Gets the front of the rim and out. New York leading by 6. B-Train passes to Porzingis, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Grant. And Golden State also making a change. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Curry. Golden State's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Here's Livingston. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And Gomez has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Porzingis passes to B-Train. And that one is hammered home.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And here's Beasley. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached halftime in this one. Knicks lead by 8.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, you have done a really good job finding other guys and creating for yourself. What are you seeing out there that allows you to do that?
You know, a lot of it is seeing what's available when we come down the floor and just, you know, making a decision from there. I want to be able to punish them if they give me too much space, but, you know, as soon as they start focusing on me, then I can get the ball to an open man, and the team has done a great job of finishing the play so far, DS.
Trust is so big in this league. Thank you.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop. But I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Bella's out there with Green. Then there's Livingston. Then it's Curry. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Green, the screen. 4 on the clock. Shot on the wing. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Curry against Morris. Can't hit that one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Livingston.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just steady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Outside, Porzingis bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got 9.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
Here's Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do 2 sports in my high school to be able to play one. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number one. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer. Hakeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree. Here's Curry. He's got 21. Clock at 6.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And yes, it's good. Curry's got 23 points.
Great hustle from Stephen Curry with the putback.
Here's New York. Big stretch here going 10-2. Morris dishes to Grant, expanding his range. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Down low, here's Thompson. Morris against Curry. Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's his first foul.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Roy Daniels comes in for Grant, and it's Ntilikina in for Morris. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. Number 5, the Knicks.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Back to Thompson. Now Curry. 23 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Miller with a wide open look. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McGee's got 10 points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
There's the pick. Curry kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen, and the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Knicks. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Drills the three-pointer. Miller's got his second bucket tonight.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
There's B-Train. 25 points in the game. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lets it go. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Ntilikina. Second chance shot. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size to his advantage.
Curry with it. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And we know how great Curry is at shooting the ball, but he is also an incredible playmaker. Very, very aware of how to draw the defense to him and get an easy layup for a teammate. He's underrated as a passer, mostly because his scoring is so incredible.
It's tipped. Curry with the steal. And there's a whistle. That goes on B-Train. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warriors trail by 13. Now here's Curry. He's got 23. Kicks it to Green. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And here's a look at some numbers for Curry. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's around 31 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's B-Train, and Thompson sends it back.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end.
The Knicks leading by 14. A minute 20 left in the third. And here is Hernan Gomez. He's got 11.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And here are the Warriors now. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Here's Miller. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Taking a workman-like approach inside. That's the shot you want.
New York's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Hardaway kicks to Morris. Porzingis passes to Hernan Gomez. Here's Hardaway. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Morris, no good. Warriors trail by 17. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now Livingston. He's got 6. From deep three-point range. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's New York out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll return shortly. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick. Let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. B-Train out there with Morris, and it's Grant in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. And the call will be against Darius Miller. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's B-Train. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. Green, the screen. Excellent use of the screen that time.
Solid use of the screen and roll from Thompson. A dangerous player who destroys opposing defenses off these sets.
And it's Grant in the corner. And there's the pass to B-Train. There's the triple. That's down the hatch. That's one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Beasley the screen. Klay Thompson again.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's B-Train. He's covered by Thompson. B-Train passes to Hernan Gomez. And it's denied. Outside, Green. Pull-up jumper. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for Draymond Green. To the left side wing. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. The Warriors making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Good on both.
And you really have to like what they're doing at the line in this half. Free throw percentage now up around 92%.
Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Green. He feeds it to McGee. Thompson from long range hits the three-point bomb.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Here's B-Train.
Yes. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now a timeout called by Golden State. We've seen B-Train really have a great game.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if we have enough to get it done.
Thank you, David. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good. All free throws good from B-Train. Warriors trail by 17. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. They set the pick. Outside, Green. McGee sets the pick for Green. McGee dishes to Livingston. He kicks to Miller. Green, the screen. Miller, the pass to Thompson. The feed now to McGee. And the foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? That's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's B-Train. McGee with the block. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry's got the ball. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. But when I look back at the career of Klay Thompson, you can't help but notice how much he's improved. Every season, Steve, he comes back with a new tool to score on offense and always has been strong, but even getting better on defense.
You know, you love the greats. They can score at all 3 levels. He had the mid-range and obviously the 3-ball, but he is scoring now in the paint off the drive because of his improved ball handling, and he posts up extremely well for a guard. I love what he's brought to his game offensively.
Porzingis with the block.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Grant. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Warriors trail by 12. Miller kicks to Thompson. They set the pick. Curry outside. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. B-Train's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gomez in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Dishes it to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's pretty good at catch and shoot. You know he's feeling it right now.
B-Train passes to Grant. Out left to the wing. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Off the mark, only his 2nd miss in 7 attempts. Curry against Morris. Curry dishes to Miller. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Grant.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Morris against Curry. From 11 feet away, rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's B-Train, guarded by Curry. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Over in the corner, Porzingis. A 3-pointer is right on target. Porzingis has got 9 points now in just the 2nd half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Curry. The teardrop falls in.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
That one is off.
The line for 2.
And he's good on the 2nd.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Now the dish to Miller. McGee is screen on Morris. Curry kicks to McGee. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Porzingis. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. So it's the Warriors now. Outside Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Green against Porzingis. Curry passes to McGee. Over Hernan Gomez. McGee's shot is off. The Knicks lead by 16.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Curry kicks to McGee. Left side, Miller. Shoots over Grant. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
B-Train passes to Grant. Here's B-Train. Six to shoot. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Curry kicks to Miller. Fires for three. Good on that shot. With that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Curry. Knicks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Grant at the elbow. Here's B-Train. He's covered by Thompson. Here's B-Train. Morris outside. Shoots over Curry. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Thompson inside the line, and it's Golden State with another. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Morris with the ball. Outside, Porzingis. Passes to Beach. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
McGee a screen. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're up by 12. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Steve, the way Curry has transformed this Warrior team into perennial title contenders, the MVP awards and all the hardware, how soon is it before you start the conversation of where Steph Curry falls among the all-time greats?
Well, Kevin, I would love to start that conversation with most players when their career is over or close to being over. Curry has an unbelievable resume, but I will say, as of right now, I can say he's the best shooter of all time. NBA champion, multiple award-winning MVP. Now it's just about longevity for him.
Morris passes to Beach. Hernan Gomez with the ball. He's covered by Thompson. Grant outside. New York moving it around. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the layup's good off the glass. And Gomez has got 19 points.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Knicks.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And in terms of the season, right, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for B-Train.
You know, when we talk about floor general, this is really what we mean. He was making the right reads, directing guys around, delivering passes that were on time and on point.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through it.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus. We'll have to go to the line for 2. And Morris drops them both. So it's the Warriors now. Now here's Beasley. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they and play with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that'll do it, folks. Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
DJ, great game.
Thanks, Char. Am I blowing up?
You're trending. Oh, hey, we need to go do an interview with the guys in the studio. Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
Hey, this is Shaq, and just like I called, you went for another double-double. How are you able to get this offense in the flow so easily?
Shaq, I don't think I did anything, to be honest. I mean, this team is just so talented, and we just keep that ball hopping around that I just make the easy pass, and then they take it from there. It's really incredible to watch at times, and I'm just happy that we were able to get that win.
Wow, such a class act.